Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Crafty Saturday. It is so good to see you this morning. My name is Michelle Irene, and I'm with makingmemorieswithmichelle.com. I'm an independent demonstrator with Stampin Up. I am over the moon today. It got down to like 49 degrees this morning, and I'm in heaven. I had the windows open, I got my down comforter out. Now, some of you who live in colder climate may think you're kind of rushing things with the down comforter. But you know, I've lived in the South now for 13 years and that blood is awfully thin. So I really enjoy being able to get out my warm, heavy blanket and just snuggle down and be comfortable. Good morning, Melissa. It's good to see you this morning. Melissa's joining us from Texas this morning. I'm so happy. So I had to tell you, you ever made yourself a cup of coffee and, you know, I was all excited. I added a little vanilla syrup to it. I was going to add my almond milk. And I don't know, can you see this? Look at this. This is my coffee this morning. I inadvertently grabbed a vanilla cappuccino, ran it through my machine, and after I'd already added vanilla syrup to my cup. So, I'm just super sweet this morning. And I know it makes you nervous because I have an open coffee cup on my crafting table, but it's just the way it's going to be this morning. I'm really excited because today I'm going to share with you two new products. These products are not available yet unless you're a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. They will be available starting November 1st. And I just got my package yesterday. I haven't even had a chance to play with it. We have two new stamp sets. One is the Snow is Glistening stamp set. So this is beautiful for holiday crafting. We've got a really kind of retro looking Christmas tree. I love the very simple triangular designs, and I'm going to show you how to cut that out using your Stampin' Trimmer. This little thing right here is actually the trunk of the tree, and you have just a ton of different snowflake patterns all year round. Then Surrounds, and Happiness Surrounds is a really neat set. I haven't used it. Like I said, I just got it out of the box this morning. We can use it as snowflakes, but we can also use it year-round. Okay, so the sentiments on the Happiness Surrounds are really great for year-round crafting. Here's to new beginnings. Ooh, we could use that for New Year's, right? Surround yourself with happiness, sending positive thoughts. And so we have some leaves and some flowers. This reminds me, if you are a Disney fan and you have ridden Small World, doesn't this look like the little Dutch flowers? I just love them. It's very cute. And this I'm going to have a lot of fun with. But we're not going to use that one today. We'll use that one another day. That one makes me think too hard first thing in the morning. Then there's these Snowfall Thinlit dies. These are very cool, and there's a ton of pieces. Look at this. So we've got two full sheets of dies, and this snowflake is huge. So we have snowflakes, and we've got leaves, and this could be flowers, and look at this pretty spray. Okay, so Stampin' Up! Was really thinking ahead, and I mean, there are just a ton of pieces, so I need to be careful not lose those. I've done that before. Then to go with this, we have some little snowflake trinkets. And these snowflake trinkets are very cool. I opened them this morning to take a look at it. They're extremely flat. And there are two designs. This one is kind of a delicate lacy one, and this one is a little plainer. They each have, I don't know if you can see it, but in the center, it is actually like a little rhinestone in the center of them. But It's absolutely flat. They're not going to get stuck in the mailing machines. They shouldn't cost us anything extra. Check with your post office just in case, but it shouldn't be too much extra to mail. And then this is cool. You're saying, Michelle, this is white paper. I'm really not sure why you're so excited. Let me tell you, this is not just any white paper. This is flocked like velvet. It is, oh, think kitten nose soft. Okay, it is absolutely amazing. Can you hear it? Listen. Okay, this is cool. And I cut it this morning. It cuts like butter. I ran it through the Big Shot. Absolutely no problems. This is going to be a lot of fun. Snowflakes and snow mounds. I'm not sure. We're gonna use a lot of that. That is cool. Now the thing with this new series is, remember, it starts November 1st, and it's while supplies last through November 30th. Okay, so 2 stamp sets, dies, flocked paper, and those snowflake trinkets. So let's get crafting. I see we've got other people on this morning. Good morning, Anne. Good morning, Leslie. Who else did I see out there? Anne says, yes, it is fuzzy. That is a very good description of that paper. It is soft and fuzzy. I think I saw Beth out there. So if I don't acknowledge you, it's because we're scrolling by so quickly and I'm having trouble keeping up and talking and crafting at the same time. Today's card is going to use these silver foil edged cards, okay? And they have coordinating envelopes. I used these on my blog this week. They are the bomb. These are awesome. Here's a special note that I want to give you, and I didn't mention it. I don't think I mentioned it in the blog. So instead of using your bone folder on the front, because you don't want to leave any marks on the foil, if you run your bone folder on the back, you won't have any marks on that. Okay, so this is our card base. We're going to stamp on our envelope. I'm going to set that aside for now. Here's a piece of shimmer white paper, and I'm using shimmer white because we're going to do a watercolor wash design. When I get a new stamp set, sometimes I feel overwhelmed with possibilities. So I will go to the catalog, or I'll go to Stampin' Up and I'll look at some ideas. So today we're actually going to case a card that is on our demonstrator website. This is the card that we're making, and it's very, very similar to one that was on the Stampin' Up website for demonstrators. And this gives me an idea. Once I start playing with the stamp set and once I start seeing how it works, then I can get creative. But this one, I pretty much cased. So I'm going to make a few changes to this as we go along. So this one used Pear Pizzazz for the tree, and I tried Mossy Meadow, but it's not green or blue enough, so I'm going to substitute Shaded Spruce, and then I'll show you the difference in how that tree looks. Okay, so again, I have a piece of shimmer white cardstock, and it measures 3 1/4 by 4. All measurements will be on my blog later. Okay, I have a silicone craft sheet, and I'm going to take some balmy blue ink and okay, I have my basket of tools out there. So let's do it on this side. You can see it, my silicone craft sheet is well loved. Okay, I'm going to drop 1, 2, whoops, that's 3. A little bit goes a long way, okay? Drops of balmy blue ink, and I have an aqua painter that has some water, and I'm going to add quite a bit of water, a couple drops, 5, 6, okay? 1, I want to thin it down because I added a lot of ink. And 2, What's 2? Oh, I'm doing a watercolor wash. Then I want my cardstock. I have my spritzer, and I'm going to go and spray this just a few times because I want that surface of the paper to be wet while I do my wash. I'm going to start a little darker on the top, and I'm going to start off here, and I'm just going to bring it down. Okay, start darker at the top and just bring down that color. And I'm not going all the way to the edge. And I'm going to do light at the bottom. And if that's too dark at the bottom, just wipe your aqua painter off and come back and pick up some of that color. Okay? Now, we're going to set that aside and let it dry. I'm going to pretend I'm like on Food Network. You know how they put a cake in the oven and 2 seconds later it's done? So, ready? Now we have our dried piece. Yeah, the magic of being up at 6 and doing this in advance. Okay, now from the Snow is Glistening set, we have kind of a little dot pattern. And because these are photopolymer, remember to use your piercing mat underneath. And if it curled up a little bit, don't worry. We're going to adhere it down. I have some balmy blue ink, and I'm going to ink up. Can you see everything? I can't see me. Okay, so I have balmy blue ink, and I'm going to just randomly stamp a few. Okay, and you can stamp off and get some up there. And those are just some little snowflakey dots. I like my technical term, snowflakey. Then I have cut out, pre-cut for us, some of these snowflakes. I ran them through so they're soft and fuzzy. I'm going to set those here. If you have trouble and some of those pieces don't come out, just take your pick tool, okay, and they're going to just that way you're not using your little brush. You don't want to scratch that flocked paper, okay? But those little pieces, they're just going to poke right out. Very, very easy. The flocked paper is a little thicker. Okay. But I had absolutely no trouble at all getting that through my Big Shot. Okay. Can I set that aside for a minute? I have a piece of Pear Pizzazz. And this beautiful Christmas tree in shaded spruce. Ink that up, and I'm going to put it right here. Look how crisp and clear that image is. I absolutely love it. Now, I'm going to tell you, I tried hand cutting this out this morning, and maybe it was because I hadn't had enough coffee, or maybe it was because it was 6 o'clock in the morning. And I didn't do a very good job. It was kind of wonky. So, now we're going to take our Stampin' Trimmer and we're going to do it the right way. Okay. Trim off your bottom. And if you get a few snowflakes in there, it's okay. And then line up on the edge. You know what? I'm going to cut off the top of this too so I can see what I'm doing. All right. Line up the top of your tree in the little gutter on your Stampin' Trimmer. And we're going to just do a line. And this way you know you're getting a straight line and not some seriously wobbly line like I had this morning. It would have been really embarrassing to put that out on Facebook. Oh, the dogs are growling. Sorry. I did take them out. Storm, that's enough. They got new beds yesterday, so I'm hoping they stay in there. Okay, so now I have my Christmas tree. Remember that little tree trunk? I'm going to stamp my tree trunk in soft suede. And this card, you know, kind of has a lot of steps, but it's not a hard card. I'm put my tree trunk down at the bottom. Close this up. And this is going to go right on here. Sorry about that. I'm still here. I had to go take care of my dog. Okay. Put some dimensionals on the back. Please make sure you use enough. There is nothing worse than making a card and realizing it's going to sag. I did that the other day and I had a reindeer that sagged right in the middle. So, and take advantage of those mini dimensionals and go all the way up to the top. Storm had to come lay by my feet. That's what she wanted. I had her in her bed, and she was growling. Okay. Put that right on your tree trunk. Now, these little snowflakes we're just going to add right around. Put your snowflake on your glue dot. And lift it right up off of there. Okay. These are so much fun. I think they're awesome. And you can tuck them behind. Okay. I like this little one. And here's another little one. I miss snow. There's nothing like a Christmas snow. I know some of you are like, no way, Michelle, no snow. All right. Oh, here they are. I have these little trinkets. And these I'm going to put on with a glue dot as well, okay? Make sure, here's your rhinestone, so you're going to put it on the back. And I'm actually... Oh! Make sure you pick up the glue dot. Like, why isn't it sticking? Okay. I have a piece of balmy blue. I'm going to adhere that to there. Oh, sorry for the long reach there. And because that's curling, I'm going to make sure that I get this right on the edge. And the balmy blue measures 4 3/4 by 3 1/2, but you don't have to remember that. It'll be out on my blog, www.makingmemorieswithmichelle.com. And this is going to go right on my card base. These silver cards are full size. They're not like the note cards that we have for others. And I absolutely love that we've got a full size card because that gives us a lot of room for decorating. Then on the inside, let's stamp. I have a large snowflake. This snowflake is the largest one in the set, and it's so pretty. And balmy blue. And if we put this right down in the bottom corner, Look how pretty that is. Isn't that gorgeous? We're going to use that again in a minute, so hold on. And then I have my balmy blue again. And we're going to stamp our Merry Christmas sentiment right in the middle. Beautiful. Oh. This card reminds me a little bit of kind of a retro card. I don't know why it has, maybe it's just that because the tree is so triangular that I think that, like from the 70s. Okay. Now, the envelopes are pretty thin, which is nice again for Christmas cards or invitations because we have some layers on here. We don't want to add the extra postage. I have, again, my Snowflake, and the back of it is pretty fancy already with the silver-edged foil, and I can see, you know, a return address label up there. But I'm going to take that large snowflake again, and I'm going to put it down here. Whoops. And truly, now you have these beautiful Christmas cards. This is the one I made this morning using Mossy Meadow. The thinlets, the Snowfall thinlet dies. I'll show you those again. I think I'm going to play with this like all day. Okay? The snowflake trinkets and the flocked paper are all available starting November 1st. And you know what, guys? That's like only 2 weeks away. There will be a VIP tutorial available in November for these stamp sets. And I cannot wait. I really think that my Christmas card club, I love this. This is on the top of my list. I actually paid extra shipping so it will get here in time. I'm gonna see who's commenting over here. I didn't say the magic words. Leslie, you know what? I had to tell you the magic words when I stamp. Michelle is great, Michelle is great, Michelle is great. I taught that to a whole new group of ladies last night, and they looked at me like I was crazy, and then they stamped something and it didn't work. And I said, did you say the magic words? You know what? Once they started saying it, all their stamping turned out wonderful. You are so funny to remind me about that. And you know what? I probably said them in my head. All right, so any questions? Anything I can do? I have 2 card clubs coming up next weekend. Oh, I don't know. Is it next weekend? No, 2 weeks. October 27th. I have my Sweet and Simple card class tomorrow with the Making Christmas Bright cards, and I have a team meeting. So the next few weeks are pretty busy, but I'm never too busy to craft with you. If you would, please feel free to share this, leave me a comment, or go out to my blog at www.makingmemorieswithmichelle.com and leave me a note out there. I love to hear what you have to say. And if you are making anything today, if you are being crafty, whether it's paper crafting, maybe it's yard work, maybe you're making a special dinner, whatever you do, do it with love, do it with passion, and post a picture so we can see what you're doing. All right? Have a great Saturday, and I will see you next week. Bye-bye.